Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. To get the coverage you need, call the number on the screen now.
Turnpike Sports Book Report.
And the Turnpike Sports Book Report is brought to you by BorgataSports.com, your favorite casinos, now your favorite sports book, available anywhere in New Jersey, BorgataSports.com. Sign up at BorgataSports.com using our promo code PIKE, that's P-I-K-E, and you get a risk-free bet up to $300 and 20 bonus dollars at BorgataCasino.com. Must be 21 years or older and in New Jersey to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Okay, this week's Turnpike Sports Book Report, we cover some revenue numbers, handle numbers. We got some legislation, as well as
new legislation, huh?
As well as a new hire.
Oh, okay, all right.
So let's start with the numbers game here. Indiana has reported their numbers for the month of September, their sports betting revenue and handle numbers, and they set a record of $207 million in handle.
Another record, huh? Boy, records.
Well, again, busy September.
I get. Wow.
10.8% higher than the previous record, $187 million set back in February of this year. 83% of the total handles from mobile devices. That goes without saying in this day and age right now. And let's see, revenue was $14.2 million for the month. That's Indiana. Now, I wonder how Indiana is going to handle some of the competing states around them now, especially Illinois, when that starts really taking off.
Sure.
I mean, they set a record. I don't know if you're going to be able to maintain this with some of the surrounding competition coming out.
I don't know, because I remember a couple years ago when sports betting spread outside of Nevada, everyone was talking about, I wonder if Nevada is going to be hurt by other states starting sports betting, and they weren't hurt. They were breaking records too. So there's a demand for it.
Oh,
so, yeah. I think every place is going to be on the rise, I think.
Well, I remember the discussions when Pennsylvania launched sports betting with Jersey.
Yeah.
And Jersey didn't flinch.
No.
Matter of fact, it went up.
Record handles in New Jersey, record handles in Pennsylvania, too.
And I think those two states are still affected by the fact that New York doesn't have any online sports betting.
That's the curious part. Once New York starts getting mobile sports betting, that should be very interesting.
Yep. Iowa reported numbers, $72.4 million in handle, an all-time high there.
Oh, in Iowa, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold was 7%. And the only reason I keep mentioning hold from time to time here is because everyone's watching Tennessee with the 10% hold coming up.
Sure.
That's a mandated 10% they got to hold.
All right.
So that's going to be interesting. But Iowa,
Tennessee hasn't started yet, right?
No, November 1st. The hold is 7%. Revenue, they brought in $5.1 million in revenue. Internet handle, $50 million of the 72 was online. August total handle was $50 million. So they went 100%. They matched it 100%. Internet this month in September, the August total handle was $50 million. So internet gambling is on the rise here, sports betting-wise, in Iowa. Let's see. Online sports betting handle in September dipped a little bit to 69%, down from 69.5% in August. Just a little bit of a dip. Illinois brought in $139.6 million handle in August. Online handle of $123 million. That's 88.5% of the total handle was done online in Illinois. Mm-hmm. $7.2 million in revenue, and 5% hold.
All right.
Bet Rivers was the market leader in all categories. They're basically really the first and still the best one over there in Illinois. I'm still waiting to see DraftKings and FanDuel catch up real quick. But it's interesting. Washington, D.C. Now, everyone had been talking about Gambit D.C. and how, I don't want to say how bad it is in pricing, but
really?
A lot of people complain about it. It's Intralot. It's the state-run, the district-wide gambling entity.
Well, I think once they start getting more competition from within D.C. and around the area of D.C., maybe they'll adjust their price. Maybe the market will determine what they charge.
Gambit DC brought in a handle of $3.3 million in September. And to your point about competition, the William Hill Sportsbook inside the Capital One Arena, in its very first month of activity, reported $9.1 million in handle.
Oh, okay.
They had 69,000 bets, paid out $7.7 million to customers, and $1.4 million in total revenue.
Wow.
That's just the William Hill Sportsbook. That's not the total handle. Gambit is just being outclassed, I think, by the William Hill right now. I think they got to look at or re-examine what's going on with Gambit in terms of pricing.
It's early. I'm sure they're going to adjust to the market, so I think that's going to change.
Well, we'll see. I mean, as more and more places start launching the sports betting apps in their stadiums and wherever else they're going to be doing, there's also a new company called Handle 19 coming too. So it'll be interesting to see how that impacts the numbers as well. Over in West Virginia, now West Virginia is kind of interesting because they report weekly numbers. They don't do monthly revenue and handle and hold like all the other states do. They go week to week.
Interesting.
And a couple interesting news and notes here. The week ending September 19th, the Greenbrier had become the top spot in West Virginia for sports betting.
Which is strange because isn't that like, I don't want to call it a private sports book, but it's one of those things where, you just can't walk in off the street and place a bet there, right?
No, but they have partnered with FanDuel and BetMGM.
Okay, all right.
So the two mobile platforms combined to accept over $7 million in handle.
Oh, okay.
That's for the week of September 19th.
Okay, so through their partnerships.
Exactly.
Okay, great.
But still, it's all the Greenbrier license, so it's reported as the Greenbrier.
Okay.
The $7 million is more than double what DraftKings Sportsbook, who is partnered with Hollywood Casino in West Virginia, brought in. They only brought in $3.4 million in handle. So the two mobile platforms, FanDuel and BetMGM, outperformed the DraftKings platform for that week in September 19th. On the week of September 12th, and this is why West Virginia's kind of, you have to follow this closely with this state.
Yeah.
Because you can go week to week here. The week of September 12th, they had a new weekly record for online and retail betting in the state. $10.5 million in mobile wagers was also recorded.
I'm trying to think of what sporting events were occurring that week. So it's hard to tell.
Well, it's football.
Yeah, I guess it's football, yeah, but,
Football, NBA Finals.
Okay.
Baseball playoffs.
All right, yeah.
What else? You had UFC. You also had college football, too.
Yeah, okay, all right.
So,
anything special, I'm trying to think. Why did that create a record? I'm just wondering.
Hockey.
Okay, well, yeah. Well.
I mean, it's hard to keep track of what a specific week had going. I mean, you could say in a month what you know exactly what was going on, but a specific week is kind of hard to pinpoint. Also,
it's easier to figure out what people are betting on when you're following it week to week, though. You know, so that's kind of good.
In the last 2 weeks that have been reported for West Virginia, 77% of the bets were placed through a mobile app.
Okay,
so mobile is key to doing all this stuff, as always. And we keep mentioning Tennessee when they launched. That's a mobile-only state. So it'll be fun to watch that state when it launches. Going over to, and I mentioned at the beginning of the book report, we had a new hire.
Okay.
New Hampshire. The New Hampshire Lottery has appointed Daniel Maloney as its first director of sports betting. Brand new position created for the New Hampshire Lottery.
I just assumed that they had one.
No.
I guess not. Okay.
No.
Now, who is it? And this is New Hampshire, right?
This is New Hampshire, the New Hampshire Lottery, the sports betting division of the New Hampshire Lottery.
Okay.
This guy worked for the Nevada Gaming Control Board as an intern. He is also a lawyer, Master's of Law degree in Gaming and Regulation from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, UNLV.
Okay.
12 years experience in contract and compliance law, so it's a good hire.
Absolutely.
And I think New Hampshire is going to actually be a fun state to watch as well, because I know DraftKings has the exclusive contract but they are now starting to open up the retail shops everywhere, too.
Great. Hey, well, congratulations to, what's his name again?
Daniel Maloney.
Congratulations.
And we're seeing some other deals being made. We talked briefly about this in a previous episode of the Turnpike Sports Book Report. A Simple Bet. They specialize in micro markets and the micro transactions. Play to play, not pay to play. Play to play. Going from like a first down to a second down, what it'll be.
Oh, okay.
Micro bets.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it's hard to say play to
live
play.
in play betting kind of thing.
Per play betting.
Per play betting. Okay.
That might be the better way.
Per
to
play
put it.
betting.
Per
Okay.
play betting. They did a deal with Intralot to supply them with the micro market betting opportunities for NFL, Major League Baseball, and the NBA. Now, we just mentioned Intralot having their issues with the DC sports betting market. Intralot also runs Oregon, too, and also Montana.
Okay.
So you're going to start seeing microtransactions everywhere. Simple Bet also did a deal with FanDuel as well. So seeing a lot of micro markets starting to appear. Again, it's NFL, MLB, and NBA. It's happening now for NFL and also for the Major League Baseball postseason. Next season will be for the National Basketball Association. So micro market betting has not started yet. So we'll see exactly what. I don't know exactly how many people enjoy micro market betting, but it seems to be catching on a lot.
It's kind of fun. It's really fun. You sit there and watch TV with your phone in your hand. And
I think two sports
ready to go.
Two sports really may benefit from the micro markets. Golf.
I love doing golf.
Bowling.
Okay, I haven't done bowling yet. So
the PBA just did their deals with all their sports betting partners. So I think we might see some micro market betting there.
I am seeing a lot of bowling on TV lately. So maybe I'll give it a shot.
It's a renewed push. And over in Maryland, the sports betting legalization issue is going to be on the upcoming ballot. In anticipation of this, the Live Casino and Hotel in Arundel Mills has started construction on a sports-themed lounge, restaurant, and sports betting venue.
Great.
It's going to be called, it's the Center Stage Performance Venue. It's going to be called the Sports and Social Club.
Well, that's one of those competitors for Washington, D.C.
Yep.
So,
especially with a 212-seat club, 100 screens, 47-foot wide main screen, and everybody in the room, according to the way the construction is set up, everyone will be able to watch, every individual in the lounge will be able to watch at least 10 games from where they're sitting.
Great.
All at once.
Well, that'll do it for us this week. If you're going out to one of the casinos or sportsbooks that newly reopened, please stay safe, and we'll see you next time on the Turnpike.